This girl has a big frog. She kissed the frog every day. She expects to turn the frog into a prince one day. Jenny, the main character of the story, is a girl who sells frogs at the vegetable market because of her unattractive appearance. So Jenny has trouble selling even one frog. For this reason, she trains her frogs to show off their muscles, to prove that the frogs are strong and fit. Jenny has a giant frog that he's had for years. It's the apple of her eye. Every morning she kisses the big frog. She longed for this frog to one day become her own frog prince. On this day, a lizard came into Jenny's stall, scaring the big frog away. Jenny accidentally gave the lizard a kiss. The ugly lizard instantly turned into a handsome man. This stunned Jenny. She had this superpower. Then some men came. They kidnapped Jenny and took her away. Jenny was treated like a princess, so only a princess has this kind of power. And the necklace around Jenny's neck was also a token of the princess. Jenny thought she'd met a con man. She picked up her dress and tried to run, but then she saw the captain of the royal guard, the droolingly handsome face. Jenny accidentally kisses a lizard. The ugly lizard instantly turned into a handsome man. Jenny was treated like a princess. It turns out that only a princess can have this kind of magic. After becoming a princess, the first thing she did was to look for the big frog. But when she arrived at the market, she found the big frog had disappeared. Meanwhile, the royal guard received news from the hospital. Genes show that Jenny has no royal blood at all. This means that she is not a princess. But then the captain brings Jenny back to the palace. Could it be that the captain has fallen in love with Jenny? No, it's because until they find the real princess, they needed Jenny to pacify the people by pretending to be a princess. But Jenny didn't behave like a princess. She was forced to undergo emergency training, etiquette training, dance training, strange equestrian training. It's like a new version of the Raven to the Phoenix. And her happiest moment was with the captain, because every time she would pretend to be tired, taking advantage of the captain. It wasn't long before Jenny was in the media as a princess, on television, and she was targeted by the underworld. They mistook Jenny for a real princess, thinking that by kidnapping Jenny, they were sure to make a fortune. But the underworld sent 3 idiots to infiltrate the palace and saw Jenny having nightmares. They were terrified. They were too scared to try again. That day, Jenny found a love letter the captain had secretly written to the princess. She decides to help the captain find the real princess. She took the captain with her to find the master who gave her the necklace. And this so-called master, after Jenny discovers the love letters the captain has secretly written to the princess. Determined to help the captain find the real princess, she finds the master who gave her the necklace. And this so-called master, when she takes off her makeup, is actually the beautiful princess. But before the princess could be brought back, the dark ninjas had secretly kidnapped the princess and Jenny, but they didn't even know who the real princess is. Jenny found out that they had kidnapped her frog too. She couldn't tell who was the princess, so they had to kill them both. At a critical moment, the captain appeared just in time. He led them to escape. Jenny was not a bad fighter. The gangster was in doubt about his life. There was no way out. The princess threatened the gangsters with a barrel of oil. If they didn't let them go, they would die together. Jenny wanted to save the captain and the princess by leaving herself here to detonate the gas can. But when the thugs found out who Jenny really was, they didn't care about her. Jenny's hand was stuck in the bottle and she couldn't get out. In the nick of time, the big frog she's had for years saved her. He used his slime to help her get out of the bottle. He bit into the bottle and was blown away. When it was over, the princess decided to reward Jenny with 10 million baht. Jenny was going to take the money in exchange for a kiss from the captain, but the captain couldn't bring himself to do it. Back at the old food market, Jenny was surprised to find that the frog was not dead. It limped back to her. Jenny gives the big frog a loving kiss, and that's when the frog had really become a handsome prince. Now Jenny's dream had finally come true, but the prince seemed to have some regrets. After seeing Jenny's face, he thought it would be better to be a frog again.